Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Last Witness. I'm your host, and today we're diving into one of the most controversial murder cases in recent American history, Luigi Mangione, the name that has divided a nation, a cold-blooded assassin or a folk hero. What I'm about to tell you will shock you, because despite overwhelming evidence, this killer might actually walk free. And the reason why has nothing to do with justice. Let's get into it. December 4th, 2024, Manhattan, 6:45 in the morning. Brian Thompson, 50-year-old CEO of United Healthcare, walks toward the Hilton Hotel in Midtown. He's about to attend an investors meeting. He has no idea these are his final moments. From the shadows, a masked figure emerges, point-blank range. In the darkness of early morning, the shooter fires multiple times. Thompson collapses on the sidewalk. This wasn't a crime of passion. This wasn't a robbery gone wrong. This was an execution. The shooter engraved messages on the shell casings: delay, deny, depose, a clear statement against the health insurance industry. This was premeditated, first-degree murder caught on camera and viewed millions of times worldwide. The most damning evidence? The video shows everything: the approach, the shots, the escape, and yet this case might collapse. 5 days later, Luigi Mangione is arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And what police found in his backpack would make any prosecutor's case seem bulletproof. Number 1, a ghost gun, ballistically matched to the rounds that ended Brian Thompson's life. Number 2, a silencer, consistent with the weapon used in the attack. Number 3, a fake ID matching the one used at a Manhattan hostel the night before. Number 4, a 260-word handwritten note addressed to the feds, saying, "I acted alone in attacking health insurance companies and corporate greed." He mentions United by name. Open and shut case, right? The guy is done. Dead to rights. Wrong. His lawyers are saying none of this evidence can be used in court. Not the gun, not the silencer, not the fake ID, not the note, nothing. And they might actually win. Here's where it gets insane. Mangione's lawyers claim the arrest was unconstitutional. Why? Because when police handcuffed him and searched his backpack, he was allegedly secured. Under constitutional law, if a suspect is secured, meaning they can't reach their belongings, police need a warrant to search those belongings. No warrant? The evidence gets suppressed under the exclusionary rule. The exclusionary rule is one of the most controversial rules in American law. It says that evidence obtained in violation of the Constitution cannot be used at trial, period. Now, let me be clear. Mangione handed police a fake ID. Under Pennsylvania law, that's a felony. They arrested him for that. And once you're arrested, police can search you and your belongings. It's called search incident to arrest. But here's the problem. Mangione was handcuffed when they searched his backpack. His hands were cuffed behind his back. He was standing against a wall, surrounded by 6 to 8 officers. Was he secured? Some courts say being handcuffed doesn't mean you're secured. Others say it depends on the circumstances. This case falls right in the middle of that gray area. And if a judge decides Mangione was secured, then that search was unconstitutional, which means all that evidence, the gun, the note, everything, could be thrown out. Over 100 years ago, Judge Cardozo wrote, "Should a criminal go free because the constable blundered?" And in this case, the answer might be yes. But wait, there's a legal loophole that might save the prosecution. It's called the inevitable discovery doctrine. Even if the search was unconstitutional in the field, police would have inevitably discovered that evidence anyway when they got back to the station. Why? Because of something called an inventory search. When someone is arrested, police routinely inventory all their belongings at the station house. It's standard procedure. It's perfectly constitutional, and it would have revealed everything in that backpack anyway. A similar case this year, United States versus Brito, had almost identical facts. The judge ruled the search was unconstitutional, but allowed the evidence in anyway because of inevitable discovery. So, in a normal case, I'd say Mangione is finished. The evidence will come in, and he'll be convicted. But this is not a normal case. And here's where this story becomes absolutely disturbing. Luigi Mangione has become a symbol to hundreds of thousands of people. His legal defense fund has raised $1.4 million. The attack on Brian Thompson was celebrated across social media as a righteous stand against America's health insurance system. People are comparing him to a revolutionary, a symbol of resistance against corporate greed. And it gets worse. Mangione has been declared attractive by many online. He's received over 6,000 letters in prison. Social media is flooded with posts expressing support and saying if I were on that jury, I couldn't convict him. Let me be crystal clear. These people are celebrating violence. They don't think he's innocent. They want him to be guilty. They're glorifying an attack. This isn't political commentary. This isn't protest. This is the worship of violence. Now here's what keeps prosecutors up at night. It only takes one juror to hang a jury. You need all 12 to convict, but you only need one to block it. During jury selection, a process called voir dire, lawyers can question potential jurors and exclude those who appear biased. But what if someone conceals their true feelings? What if they're dishonest to get on that jury? Remember O.J. Simpson? Overwhelming evidence. Walked free. Could it happen again? Absolutely. The Mangione trial will be a media spectacle, and there's a real possibility that someone on that jury panel, someone who sees him as a symbol, as justified in his actions, might refuse to convict, not because of the evidence, not because of reasonable doubt, but because they want him to walk. This case exposes something concerning about modern society. We have a growing number of people who believe violence is justified if the target represents something they oppose. Corporate executives, insurance CEOs, people in positions of power. This is vigilante thinking. This is mob mentality. This is the breakdown of law and order. And the media attention around Mangione, the merchandise, the online communities, the romanticization, it's creating a blueprint. It's saying, if you target the right person, you'll be celebrated, you'll be loved, you'll be famous. That's not justice. That's chaos. So where does this leave us? Legally, the evidence against Luigi Mangione is overwhelming. The gun matches. The note is damning. The video shows everything. In any rational system, he would be convicted of first-degree murder. But we don't live in a purely rational system anymore. We live in a world where attacks are celebrated, where accused individuals become symbols, where jury decisions can be influenced by ideology rather than evidence. Will Luigi Mangione be convicted? I think so. The evidence is too strong, and the inevitable discovery doctrine will probably save the prosecution. But will justice truly be served? That's a different question. Because even if he's convicted, thousands of people will still see him as a hero. They'll still celebrate what happened. They'll still glorify violence. And that is deeply troubling. This is The Last Witness. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want more deep dives into the darkest criminal cases. Drop a comment below. Do you think Mangione will be convicted? And remember, in the pursuit of truth, every voice matters. Until next time, stay vigilant.